Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
You've got Packers that have been working for you for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought you were going to say Packers on my fantasy football team. I do have the running back, but that's it.
You have Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Oh.
Well, I do have him, but he's not a Packer. And he was my backup. So.
Wow, nice team. Hopefully you had Zach Wilson as your starter.
Yeah.
So you've got people that have been working for you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know exactly how to get into this topic or even exactly what this topic is. But let me explain to you what I was thinking and what I suddenly thought during the week.
Okay.
You know that I put I'm going to call it a business card. It's not exactly a business card, but it's an advertising card in my eBay orders.
Yep.
You do the same, I believe.
So I thought eBay doesn't allow you.
No, eBay does.
Advertising cards?
Yeah.
Oh, eBay does. Amazon doesn't.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, yeah. You gotcha.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
No wonder your sales are tanking.
Exactly.
So I put that in there, and I sell a lot of different things on different sites. And sometimes I'll sell something or other like a photo or something or other like that. And it suddenly occurred to me that if I'm putting the advertising card in with the photo, I should put the advertising card on the back side of the photo, not on the front side of the photo, because it could potentially be abrasive. You don't know how the handling is.
Yeah.
Yes, you're putting it in a bag, but do you want that on the surface or can it potentially rub against it?
That's all you need.
But who thinks of that?
You. Or you think of it after it actually happens to a customer. Not that it's too late, but you've one pissed off customer, so now you change it up. Well, that's what we used to do with comics, not knowing the Packers, not knowing that they put the comic face out in the cardboard in the back when, well, you know, if the back gets scratched or dented or something, it's not as important as the front of it. So you still might be able to save the comic. So now every time we pack a comic, it's face in towards the cardboard, and back is out.
That's a good idea. See, and I don't do that, or didn't do that until now.
Because we did have an issue one time where it did get torn or clipped or bent or something, and he said, "Oh, why don't you do it this way?" So we will starting now.
That's actually a really good idea, and I'm going to do that starting now.
Free information.
Yeah. Are there any other tips like that you can think of? Like I said, that's a really good idea on the comics. I think that if you are putting advertising things and that stuff in, and I guess it would be the same thing with a photo, put the photo face down, because obviously the face of the photo is more important than the back of the photo in 99.99%.
Sure.
How about with autographs? Is there anything that you need to know with autographs when you are packing them?
Well, we put them in sleeves and stuff, so they're always protected or they're framed or something, so we never really have an issue like that.
Is there a problem ever with the autograph, not a pen one, but more of a marker one, in heat and the bag?
I haven't had any issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because weren't there issues in the past where people would leave them inside of a bag for a long period of time? And
well, yeah, if you stored them and you had a lot of pressure against them and it got hot, sure, something could happen at that point. Or any photos in general, like don't lie them stacking up on top of each other. You gotta have them upright, so they don't have pressure against each face.
Oh, all right. But then how do you store those like that and be able to go through them? Because obviously you've got to have them pretty tight to be able to stand up.
Yeah, you got to put a wedge of some sort in there so they don't flop around.
Any other tips like that? How about with records? Anything else you can think of that you've learned throughout the
records? A lot of record experts want the record out of the sleeve and in front of the cover.
And why?
So that it doesn't get the ring wear, which in transit.
On the cover?
On the cover, yeah.
Okay.
So if it's packed too tightly and you got cardboard and then you got the box and it's real tight, potentially you can get more ring wear, on the cover.
Right.
So we only do it upon request, Not that it's a big deal, but
that takes extra time though.
Yeah.
It does take extra time to do.
Yeah.
And then do you put it all still inside of one sleeve like you usually would?
Yeah. Now we used to do the website cards on eBay for the Mr. Magazine.
Yeah.
And then I was actually putting them in front of the magazine because people weren't seeing them when I had put them on behind the magazine because we had the cardboard. So if you have the sleeve, the magazine facing in the sleeve, and then you got cardboard, and then you put the card in there. I think people were missing it sometimes and stuff. So now we put it. As soon as you take the magazine out, you're going to see it there.
Right.
So we do it that way.
Yeah, no, that's that's interesting, and I'm sure there's
little strategies. It could or could not make a difference, but it can't hurt.
Well, And again, it shows care. And I'll tell you another thing that I always do, and this isn't necessarily about shipping, but it's for storage. If I've got a magazine or a book that's not in tatters, I don't want to say tatters, but it's seen better days and it's starting to come apart, I immediately bag that and make sure that that's safely stored in there. Because again, if the front cover is hanging by a thread, if I don't bag it, guess what's going to end up happening to it? Unless it sells that day, as I go in and out of the box, at some point it's going to come off.
Sure. Oh, another thing too, and I just had this with my manager today. I used to do it not thinking about it, but if you ever have to put a note, a Post-it or anything on a photo, a magazine or anything like that, write on the Post-it pile stack, then take it off and put it on. Because he was doing this with a photo. I told him who the actor was in the photo because he didn't know. He took the Post-it off, put it on the photo, and was about to write. And I said, no. Because you're going to imprint the ink from your pressure in your hand onto the photo. We don't want to do that.
Yep, and you've seen, or we've all seen comic books that have had that happen.
Yeah.
Somebody used it for being under when they were writing something or other.
You can't press that out. It's too fine and deep.
Yep. So let us know if you've seen any other things like that over there, little tips that you would have on how to safely store, safely pack, safely send stuff. And again, those are just the little things. Will you have a problem with it? Once in a blue moon. But it's easy enough to put the advertising postcard on the back. It's easy enough to turn the comic book the other way.
It doesn't take much, half a second more, if that.
It probably doesn't even once you get in the habit. No. You just know to do that at some point. And all it takes is that one time, and something not getting damaged makes it all worthwhile on that over there. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Do hit the like button if you could. I think that's a best practice no matter what. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.